You guys watched the new movie produced by Barack and Michelle Obama.
I heard about it. I'm scared to watch it. I won't.
It's called Leave the World Behind.
It's supposed to happen for real, and I'm not watching it.
It is, honestly, it's very scary.
I'm not watching it.
But I just heard about it.
Well, you guys have to watch it.
I'm not watching it.
It's produced by Barack and Michelle Obama.
And no, I'm not gonna say that. I was about to say something else.
I've seen a TikTok morning.
Are you not gonna say something
about Michelle Obama? Whatever.
No, you can talk about it.
About how she's a man. He has a T-shirt that says conspiracy theorist, and it's crossed out, and it says realist.
It's realist. Yeah. Well, what it is whenever something's gonna happen, they have to let us know, and it's so that they don't get their karma. Anything that's ever happened, they've put it on a movie. Like if you guys don't believe this is facts.
That's true.
Any big major event that's happened, even COVID, has been put on a movie before.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Real People in Real Estate podcast, where we talk about the real shit and not about real estate. I'm one of your hosts, Brooke Jones, aka the Millennial Agent.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Tyra Nicole,
and I am Nicole Pay. And today, guess what? It's just the girls,
just us,
just us. Well, we'll give a shout out to Tony. Like Tony and Lanisa here, they're our production team. They're behind the scenes. So you are the only boy here today. How's that feel? Is it a little weird not having the other guys here?
Nope, I got my drink.
You got your drink? All right, that's all that matters.
He's chilling.
He's chilling. We got the drink. We have our drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to say what it is? Can we say what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So well, I'm going to mess it up. So today we're drinking the Rocks tequila.
Yeah. And
I think the way you pronounce it is Terramana. Someone's going to correct me, I know.
I think it's pretty good. I really like it.
I really like it.
I really like it too.
It's like one of our favorites.
What did I bring a couple times? I brought the 818.
818. That was not my favorite.
You didn't like it?
Did you like it?
I thought it was pretty good. I don't know. What do you think, Tyra?
The 818. It wasn't my favorite.
I liked it. It was.
That one's actually kind of expensive.
Kylie.
That's Kylie Jenner's. Yeah.
Okay.
No, Kendall.
Kendall or Kylie, whatever.
And it's funny because like I used to not like tequila at all, and William got me drinking tequila, and now I cannot drink 1800 or Patron.
I don't like 1800 anymore either.
I cannot drink 18. Like as soon as you pour a bad tequila in a drink, you're like, what's wrong with this drink? Like you can taste it.
I don't think
I'm not like that with vodka though. I'm only like that.
I don't drink vodka anymore.
You don't?
No.
Did you have an experience?
No, I just I feel like I either drink. Well, I don't drink a lot, but I either drink like wine if it's like a girls' night, or if I'm here with you guys and we're always drinking tequila.
Yeah,
so I'm a wino. I'm not gonna lie. I love me some wine.
Yeah,
I like wine and champagne.
Oh, champagne. Prosecco is my favorite.
That Snoop.
My girl.
Snoop.
Yeah. Snoop.
That was like the best champagne. We have to get back onto that.
My girl Kate got me on Prosecco though.
What happened you guys had to the Snoop stuff? The Snoop drink.
I don't. We did. We.
It was hard to find.
We bought it out across the street.
Yeah.
We bought every bottle, and then they stopped carrying.
That happens to me often, like throughout my life.
Really?
Though. Yeah.
You find something you like?
I'll get on these tangents where I like stuff, and I'll just keep buying it, and then all of a sudden it's not there anymore.
It's gone.
Oh man.
Yeah. That's happened to me with so many things. I don't know.
So if you start a brand, don't let Tyra buy your merch.
I guess I'll wear
No, they want you to buy. They want Tyra to buy the merch because that means she's buying them out.
Yeah, but then they're gonna,
that means she's spending all that money.
Anymore.
That's too funny. So, all right. Well, we kind of talked about this, and let's just dive into it, guys, because we were going to get a little bit controversial today. And a topic Tyra's ready for. She's been so excited about this. So, I'm going to start it. Tyra, you're going to elaborate because we had talked about before. Maybe
all the juice.
She's got the deets on it. Maybe not everybody knows, but we're going to dive into what's going on with Diddy right now. And everything that's going on with Diddy. And if you guys don't know, Diddy's in a shit ton of trouble. He's in a shit ton of trouble.
He's done.
You think he's done?
He's done.
You think so? Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and dive into it because you do have a lot more details than what I thought. So go ahead.
So what all started?
Where do you start?
Well, it all started with Cassie.
Did it really though, or did it start with Danity Kane?
Well, it started with him like a long time ago.
Okay.
But when all the attention was brought to him
through Cassie,
through this Cassie lawsuit that she filed, it was like a 30-something pager or whatever.
Yeah, I read some of it.
Yeah,
it was juicy.
So tell us Like some of the stuff.
They're like they got in some pretty and I'm not gonna get into it. They got some
get into it, girl.
They got some pretty detailed stuff about claims that she made against him and what he did to her, and like even rape allegations, keeping her like against her will, kidnapping. I'm trying to think what else was in there.
He would make her like get male escorts or whatever.
Oh, and
make her have sex with the male escorts
and
watch them. And then she would have to wear like white nails because that was like his fetish or whatever.
Oh, really? I don't remember reading
because the white nails up against like the black skin or whatever. Because that was his type.
So I wonder if we go back and look at pictures of her. She's got white nails on and like all of her pictures.
Oh yeah, I didn't. We'll have to go back and check that out. I didn't even know. I'll have to go back and look too.
I watched something where
and she wasn't she much younger than
yeah, she was young.
She was 19 and he was like 35, 36.
I think older than that. Probably like late 30s.
Okay, so this is what's funny. So you said that, and we're gonna go back to
maybe
Diddy,
early 40s,
because I want to talk about that. But you want to know what's crazy is when Beyonce started talking to Jay-Z, she was only 19.
Jay-Z's next,
and he was in his 30s.
FYI.
She says Jay-Z's, and nobody said it. Like nobody said anything about that. Nobody talked about it. Nobody made a big deal about it. She was 19 years old and he was in his 30s.
Well, if you really want to get controversial, Jay-Z was with Foxy Brown when she was like 14 or 15.
No way.
She's got white nails in this picture.
She does. Stop it. She does.
They were going like in other stuff. They were going around looking at like his all his girlfriends and seeing if they had white nails.
Did they? Did they have white nails?
A lot of them did. Wow. On a lot of pictures.
So, needless to say, and so then I was watching too, something about she didn't sue Diddy. She sued the corporation.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like she was suing him as the person. She was suing everything. Yeah. Anything that he was affiliated with was involved, and that's why they chose to settle. Because she could have like really gone after a lot more if they would not have settled and would have gone to court.
Well, I think they chose, that's probably one of the reasons, but also they didn't want it to get to the discovery phase when they really like disclose everything. Because she had like viable evidence of all of these things. It was like signed affidavits from witnesses.
Didn't she sign an NDA too? Didn't she? And that's why she decided, like her NDA was up. I thought she signed an NDA, and that's why after all these years there was, what is the statute of limitations? And I think the NDA ended right before the statute of limitations. So that's why she talked when she did, because if she didn't, she would have never been able to say anything at all. Because statutes of limitations would have prevented her from bringing a case forward.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I didn't know much about the case. You know, I'd see like here and there. Like I basically just knew like that Cassie was claiming that Diddy like raped her or whatever. But then when you guys said you want to talk about it on the podcast, I was like, oh shoot, I need to read up on this stuff.
Did you?
Yes, I was on TikTok and I was watching the videos. But basically everything
you go down a rabbit hole if you
do go down a rabbit hole with that.
But basically everything that you guys were saying, and then who was his wife that was killed?
Kim Porter.
Yeah.
There's even speculation that he had her murdered.
Yeah, he did.
Like, he tapped her phone lines. He had her followed, beat her up a couple times. And now it's coming out that they think that she was going to talk too. A tell-all book, right? Wasn't she putting a tell-all book out?
Yeah, so that's supposedly why
get deep.
So listen, I got some juice. I got some juice. So I was listening to this lady. Like I went down the rabbit hole. Okay, I admit it. And so this lady was on there that's supposed to be like this psychic medium or whatever. And I guess so she like
I'm waiting for it.
Well, listen, so she supposedly channeled Kim Porter or whatever, which was, you know.
However, somebody from outside that circle has one of, quote, the books or manuscripts or written documentation. So they don't have it all. And she's kind of laughing because she suspected that this would happen, but a blew her mind when it happened.
Oh, his baby mama or whatever. And this was 6 months ago when
before any of this came out.
Before any of this came out. And she said, wait 5 months. She said about 5 months and he's coming down. Like, he's gonna come down. And this happened like the end of November. This happened the end of November. Like, in November would have been 5 months.
5 months.
And y'all gotta watch this, because this is only like the tip of the iceberg. Like, what I'm telling you, I'm only telling you like this little tiny bit, but you really have to watch it. Like, she went into details about how she actually died. She said it was from, I guess she had like allergies and stuff, Kim Porter.
Okay.
And she kept using like the nozzle spray to for her allergies, and supposedly something was put inside of her nozzle spray, and that became deadly, and that's what ended up killing her.
Well, they also said Cassie was like put on to drugs by Diddy.
That's
ecstasy, right?
I heard that.
Yeah, like he would get them addicted to different drugs or whatever, and
that's crazy.
Did you guys see the video of her like underneath the blanket?
Yeah,
I know you've seen that.
I didn't see that one. What is that one? I didn't see that one. What's that?
And it was like live or something.
Yeah.
No, she was. See, now I'm gonna have to go look it up.
And probably when it happened, people probably didn't take it like really seriously.
Yeah.
But now that all this is going on,
well, you want to know what's sad though is when what is her name? What is her name?
Aubrey
O'Day. When she came out and she literally said so much stuff about what he put them through, what they had to do to get out of their contract, like the stuff that she claimed, nobody listened. And she kept doing it. Like, she kept talking, and I kind of like have looked at her Twitter since, or X, whatever we call it nowadays, since all of this. Isn't it called X now?
I didn't know that.
I've never used Twitter.
X, formerly known as Twitter.
I had no idea.
Yeah, Diddy, known as Puffy or whatever he is. But, and she's like going in and she was like, I told you so. Nobody listened to me. I tried to tell you. I'm not going to stay silent. And I think that's like one of the problems that I have is she said this years ago. This isn't like something that just came about. She said it years ago, and it wasn't until the lawsuit came up. And then I told you guys too, when I was at a grocery store, we were checking out and there was a magazine and it had him and J-Lo on the front. And you have to think about it. If these women are coming forward and saying, you know, he put her through some shit.
Oh, yeah.
He had to have put her through some shit.
Yeah. But you remember, like, when the whole J-Lo stuff went down, that was when he caught that case or whatever.
Oh, that's right.
And then they were saying that her fingerprints was on the gun or something.
I remember that too. God,
it's like probably shit. Like he made her like do that or something. I feel like he made her do that or something, and he used that against her. Like, if you talk or say something, then I have this proof, because that's what they do.
But do you think she's ever gonna talk?
No,
I don't think she would. And that makes me sad.
They have stuff on her. Like, that's why all the celebrities don't talk.
What do you mean they have stuff on her?
Because that's why a lot of the celebrities don't talk and they know stuff, because they have stuff on them. Like, they'll have like a video of them doing something, like, or whatever.
Like blackmail.
It's basically blackmail.
Well, I mean, obviously he had like all the videos because they would record them. I heard that pictures or videos got leaked back in the day, right? She was in an interview and someone was saying, you know, like they got leaked.
Of J-Lo or Cassie?
Oh, Cassie. Sorry, I thought we were talking about Cassie.
I don't know what happened with J-Lo. So much.
Well, like, so he caught a case. There's another rabbit hole. A long time ago when him and J-Lo were together. And it came out that her fingerprints were actually on the gun involved in this case. And then they broke up not too long after that, right? Like,
yeah, not too long.
There was like speculation that maybe he forced her to be in this situation because of what he was doing to her.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot. I mean, he's lost endorsements. He's lost
everything.
A lot already.
He's lost everything. And they're even talking about, like, did y'all hear about like Justin Bieber and stuff?
No.
Yeah, so they're saying
You have
like
so much tea. Like, who are your sources? Where are you coming with this stuff?
YouTube. But yeah, so the whole Usher thing. So you haven't heard about the Usher either?
No.
So basically, he groomed Usher.
I do know that.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah,
And Usher even said like he stayed with why was Usher staying with him when he was 13 years old? So
I do know.
Usher,
I did hear that.
and it's believed that he sent Usher to find a Justin Bieber or whatever. Because Usher supposedly founded Justin Bieber or whatever like that. So Diddy probably like sent him. Because that's what they do. Like, I've came to the conclusion of what this is. But I'm not going to say it on live.
Well, then unlive it.
Unlive it.
Because I need to know. I mean, we are...
You have to watch it.
No matter... You have to watch her conclusion.
So live. Okay.
Because now I need to know what your conclusion is.
So, you know, when I start, like, doing this, like, I really get into stuff and I dig deep. Like, I should be a researcher.
I mean, they say women are pretty good FBI agents.
So, I just want to make sure this is all. But anyway, so I came to the conclusion...
Oh, I can hear that.
I can hear that too. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Remember we thought it was a ghost?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was like,
It was just us banging on the damn table. There it is again.
So I came to the conclusion that it's a sex trade. Like the whole like Hollywood.
I fully believe that.
It's a big sex trade. Okay, so
well, there's Epstein Island too.
Yeah, well, that's all in a cahoot. So you know how when like drug dealers are like selling drugs and they need something to wash the money or whatever, so they might like open like a laundromat or whatever, and it's just like something. That's
nothing
like
against laundromats.
Well.
Don't come after us. It's not all laundromat.
It's just an example. Laundromat, liquor store, and gas station. Whatever.
Yeah, we'll just name all the trades.
That's what they do with basically Hollywood, like the music industry, movie industry, all of that. It's just a big front for like a big sex trade. And it sounds crazy, but these high ups and these elites and the people that actually like basically run this thing, they don't care about any of that other stuff. They're just like some freaks.
So now that we're getting onto that, do you guys remember Chester, what is his name?
Chester?
He was an alternative singer, and his best friend was another alternative singer from another group, and they were producing I'm gonna have to look it up. They were producing a documentary about all of this, about like the sex industry and the sex trade and the child trafficking and stuff like that. And somehow they both committed suicide within like months of each other.
And that's what they do to people.
It's gonna bother me who it is. I'm gonna have to look.
Well,
go ahead.
What about that movie that came out at the beginning of this year about
Which one?
the child trafficking?
Chester Bennington.
Oh, no, that's something else.
Okay.
I haven't heard of that one.
Chester Bennington was the lead vocalist of Linkin Park.
Oh,
okay.
And he also did that huge thing with Jay-Z.
I remember he died. Yeah.
So his best friend... Encore.
Yeah.
He did that with Jay-Z. And then...
he died?
Yep.
I remember somebody
died.
And then Chris Cornell, who was his best friend... I don't know what Chris Cornell, I don't remember.
Did he die too?
Yes, so supposedly he committed suicide first. And then like months later, Chester Bennington committed suicide. And then it came out that they were coming out with this documentary about Hollywood, and about like the sex trade and trafficking that was going on.
And that's what happens to people when they're about to come out with like some type of tell-all and they have actual facts.
Okay, sorry, I'm not interrupting you again.
Go ahead.
Chris died May of 2017. Chester died in July of 2017.
And it was both supposed to be suicide.
Supposedly suicides.
Yeah.
How does this like not get leaked though? If this has been going on for so long,
this has been
like how is it not leaked out?
The other thing about the Diddy thing, did you hear about the girl who, this was so under the wraps. So it was a girl that was a friend of Kim Porter's.
Okay.
And she wrote a book called Bling or something like that.
This.
Well, Bling was supposedly about Diddy and, was it Cassie? Diddy and Kim, or Diddy and Cassie, one of them, or whatever. But it had like other names in there. It didn't specifically have their name. It was published. It came out. She ended up dead.
Lord have mercy.
And this was so kept under wraps.
Maybe we shouldn't be talking about this.
No, everybody's talking about it on YouTube.
Okay.
They only care about people who are like viable people, and they like know that they've been in
producing a podcast.
When they do like kill everybody that has a podcast talking about Diddy.
That is true. All right, you guys just made me feel so much better.
No, but yeah, she ended up dying. It's called Bling. Yeah, look it up. Look it up.
Bling.
She was friends with Kim Porter, and also like Kimora Simmons or whatever.
Yep.
They were all like really good. Y'all hear her house burnt down, right?
What? I didn't hear that.
Her house just burnt down like 2 weeks ago.
No way. Hold on, I'm reading this.
Because she started coming out.
Did you read about how when Cassie started talking to Kid Cudi, and that
he burnt his car
the car blew up? Yeah. I guess Diddy must have said something to her about how he's gonna like burn or blow his car.
That was in the lawsuit. That was part of the lawsuit.
I didn't remember. I don't remember
that part was in there.
Yeah,
but so did you find Bling?
So
that's
I
crazy.
found Bling. Her name is Erica Kennedy.
Erica Kennedy.
And what is the book Bling about? Okay, this doesn't say. No, this does. It says a velvet voiced Cinderella from a small town, Ohio. No, this isn't. Maybe it's not the right one.
No, that's her name though.
She died in 2012. But it doesn't say. Interesting. Okay, we might have to look into that.
They say that he's deleting stuff too because they took Kim Porter's Wikipedia off.
Oh yeah.
And before she had like a Wikipedia like all about her and her life, and it's gone from the internet.
Did you look it up? Did you confirm this?
I didn't confirm it, but it was like multiple sources.
No, it was here. It's right here. Oh wait.
Can't be sold.
Something can't be sold. Maybe later. Okay, yeah, it's making me pay for it, so I can't even look because it's making me pay for it. Since when do you pay for Wikipedia?
It's not there anymore.
Nothing's free anymore. Okay.
I guess not. They're making me pay $2 just to see her page.
Maybe because everybody brought it up.
Yeah.
Because everybody's talking about this. Like this is all over. Probably because I don't watch TV and I only watch like YouTube.
Yeah.
So
you're a YouTube watcher.
You're a YouTube watcher.
Officially.
I
am too.
Scary.
But I will say that like something like this story, I feel like I can watch more videos and more opinions and get more examples with TikTok because it's shorter content.
They're shorter. And
so I'll go to TikTok. But if I want to like have, I don't know, like a vlog like playing in the background while I'm like looking on my phone, I will go to YouTube just because like I don't even have Netflix anymore. I have to like use my brother's because
does he know?
Oh, he knows. Yeah.
I was gonna say it. Now he knows now.
You know he knows, but
I only have it because of my kids.
Yeah. Well, because they're making everything so expensive. Like everything's going up. Like even Hulu went up in price. And
they did.
Remember when Netflix was $9.99
a month?
Something like
that?
I
do.
What is it now? Like 15?
No, I think it's more than that.
I think it's more than that. I think it's like
in the 20s or something.
I thought it was $19.99.
Yeah.
But you know what's sad? Like we talk about this and we're really like diving into it. But can we be really honest, you guys? Is anything going to happen out of this? It's not like there's going. You
He's
really
going to
think,
jail.
Whether or not he goes to jail, we will never
He's
learn.
literally killed people. Like it's really.
Well, there's been a lot of people that have been killed. Like I understand that. And that's kind of morbid to say. I'm really sorry, but the big picture of it is like, do you remember when Epstein's? I don't remember who she was, but. Because what didn't he had like suicide?
In prison.
In prison, like he had suicide too in prison, but his like right hand. I don't know if it was his girlfriend or whatever. She had all the files on Epstein Island. Maxine something. I'll have to look up her name. And she went to court.
Sorry, guys.
Like she like went to trial for this, and people were talking like release the files, and none of them were released. That I know of, like, because I was like following it for a while. I don't even know if she went to jail. So all
what is it? Epstein? What's that?
It was you don't know Epstein Island? Have you heard
it's
Epstein
all
Island?
Part of
No.
Whew.
Yeah.
That one
is
that is a rabbit. So supposedly Epstein Island is where the elite go to do some of these like sex acts or sex trades or rituals on children.
Where's it at?
Or it's Epstein Island.
It's like
it's
an island somewhere.
Off of,
and there's like, I don't even know exactly like where it's at, but there's like he had his own airplane, and there were like airplane logs of some of the elite that were actually on this airplane going back and forth. Like Bill Clinton, I think, was like getting a massage from a woman on this airplane, and that came out. But all like the hard information about all the documentary that she had never came out while she was on trial. And he was arrested because some stuff came out. He was arrested. And so he's an American financier and sex offender. So he came out, but none of the stuff that was ever in this, like her files ever was released.
Yeah.
So that's why I say, in the big picture, that like, put Diddy to the side. That right there could have ultimately destroyed all of Hollywood.
Yeah.
Like, ultimately destroyed Hollywood. And nothing happened from it.
Yeah, I think sometimes people or like an industry is too powerful for it to be overtaken.
Because the powers that be are behind all of it, so they're not going to take all of it down, but they can turn against one person.
Right.
And that's what's happening to Diddy. Like, everyone's turning against him. He's losing everything, and now they're going to start putting like they're even saying that he's behind killing Tupac or whatever. Like the guy who they say killed Tupac is saying that Diddy paid him $1 million to kill Tupac. So
no way. And 50 Cent's going in on.
Oh, he's doing the Surviving Diddy.
Wait, but did we forget about the whole Will Smith thing that's been going on?
Oh my God!
Because I
he's
feel
on
like,
the chopping block too.
But I feel like that kind of like went or got swiped underneath the rug now that like the whole Diddy stuff came up.
Because that's what they do. They distract you. I like have a tickle in my throat, you guys. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
They distract you with stuff.
Did you watch that podcast
about Will Smith?
Yes. What do you guys talk about?
That was like
I don't know what you guys talking about.
A good interview. Did you watch the whole thing?
I watched the whole thing.
I watched the whole thing.
Okay, can we talk about what we're talking about?
Like, he was telling the truth. Like, I could tell when people are telling the truth.
What are we talking about with Will Smith? Like, woman tell. I mean,
so
I already know, like, the Chris
so
Rock.
No. So it's this guy that was like a friend of his for 40 years.
Okay.
I mean, and it was like his personal assistant.
He brought the Wayne a club called Zen Lounge, and Will would come in and just
like really
and like
I didn't know where we were going. That's why I'm like, I need to know.
But no, he talked about all of that in the interview.
Jada has over him. Will lost it and beat the shit out of Jada. I mean, beat the dog shit out of her. That so bad that they had to make a makeshift hospital in their home so that it couldn't get out to the public. So that pain of Will seeing Jada fucking Mark Anthony on their couch in their home, right? Because he know they were already fucking on the set. This is fact. He just couldn't take it, and he whipped her ass so much that she had to get face surgery and everything. If you look at her face, you could see where she had surgery around her cheeks and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, the biggest thing is that he walked in on him and Dwayne Martin. That was like the biggest thing. That was like the headline.
Yeah.
He literally walked in on them.
Yeah, and then he just talks about like the relationship between him and Jada and how Jada was very like
controlling.
Yeah.
I mean, we've already seen that though. Like, that's not a secret.
No, to another level though.
Like, she's made him look dumb as hell, in my opinion. Like, but I didn't know about any of this.
He broke it down how she controls everything. But one time, did you hear about the part when he said that Will Smith beat her up so bad that she was she was hospitalized like for a week or two or something. Mm-hmm. And it was because he walked in on her and Mark Anthony.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, so I just feel like regardless, there's like a bunch of stuff going on in like Hollywood, and it will be a big thing right now, but like I guarantee like years down the road, like we won't.
That's what I'm saying.
This Will Smith thing was huge, and then we just like didn't even bring that up until I
didn't even I don't even know what interview you guys are talking about. Like,
whenever you can go on YouTube. This
might be
his name is Belal. Yeah, Brother Belal.
And so his personal assistant had the conversation, the interview.
Yeah, it was his personal assistant like for years.
Yeah.
Because wasn't there like huge rumors that they were involved in like the whole sex trafficking as well?
Mm-hmm.
It was brought up about him, Will and Jada, and P. Diddy and J-Lo. Like, yeah.
That's sad because there's so many people that like look up to these people.
They shouldn't.
And you shouldn't. And
you shouldn't.
You shouldn't idolize people that like.
Yeah.
That's why like I would never. I don't care how much money you're gonna give me. There's no way in hell I would ever want that lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like I would. Number one, I wouldn't want to be famous.
I
like going to the grocery store in my sweatpants.
I said that too. Like I would never want to be.
I would never want to be famous. Would you guys want to be famous?
No.
Would you want?
It'd be fun.
Yeah,
you think it'd be fun to be famous? You can go anywhere.
I don't know until it actually happens.
I wouldn't want to like not for one bit.
I would be like Dave Chappelle famous. Like he don't care.
Yeah.
I mean,
but look what they did to him.
Yeah, he got thrown.
He ran away to Africa.
He did.
Like, yeah, he like ran away. Like they. Yeah.
I need some more tequila. That's and
then they came back with a fake one.
Like I heard about that. I heard about that.
Y'all are killing me with these. I thought I knew a lot about going on with Diddy. I don't need. So they're saying the Dave Chappelle that's here really.
That was a long time ago. Though.
Do you know they're saying that about Britney Spears though?
Do you see her videos that she posts?
They're a little concerning, but I went down that rabbit hole about Britney Spears on TikTok.
I
didn't. So you can share.
You go, so if you go down the rabbit hole of TikTok and you want to, there's people that will do like the side by sides of like old Britney and new Britney.
Oh yeah.
And it's
probably not.
There's speculation that she's actually dead.
Yeah.
And that this is
a clone
or an impersonator.
Yeah.
That's just literally been trained to be her, and that's why like they're making her so crazy because that's what everyone thinks she is. So it's not really her, and it's just easy to impersonate this versus.
I can believe that though.
Like there's times where people have analyzed her videos and think it's like a green screen, that it's not even like some of the vacations she's been on, that it's actually like a green screen.
But did y'all see that video when Will Smith said that he did like it was like a huge Instagram post.
No.
And it was like a video where he was looking like he was on a vacation, and he was like, "This isn't real. None of this stuff is real." And then he showed that it was like a green screen or whatever.
Oh wow!
But like they're saying like a lot of her videos. I watched one TikTok where they analyzed like the trees weren't blowing, like her hair was blowing like one way, but the trees were like in the background. So yeah, there's another one that analyzed that there's actually a death certificate of her out there. But then I watched the Britney Spears documentary on Netflix. Was it Netflix or Prime Video?
I didn't see that.
It was really good. Like going into how deep everything. Did you see it? Like
no, but I'm wondering. You said that. I'm like, why her sister haven't came out and said anything about her?
I haven't heard from her sister in a long time.
No, she's still out. Jamie Lynn Spears is still out.
But she's so like the stuff that's happened between them, and how Britney has said like, you never, like, I was your sister and you knew what they were doing to me and you never spoke up. She probably is scared shitless to even say anything.
Because
let me tell you, karma is a bitch, because guess what? Her dad just got his leg amputated.
Britney's dad?
Yep. He sure did.
What did he do? I thought he was protecting her or something.
Oh, he was the one who put her through hell. He was the one who stole all her money, put her through hell.
Oh, really?
He was her conservator.
Yeah,
and put her through hell and was drugging her, and she blamed her mom. So the whole you guys really need to see this documentary. It's really good. And there were people that were the two women that did it were like actually at one time good friends, and they got like all of Britney's like close people, like people that Britney were friends with that she was trying to reach out to, and they even got her at one point, she was an editor for, I don't know if it was Rolling Stone. It was like one of those magazines, and she became really good friends with Britney. And somehow, like, they were at an event. Britney had reached out to her for this documentation to end this conservatorship. And somehow she hid in the bathroom. Britney was able to get into the bathroom, sign the document, and then when they presented it, people said that it was forged. And Britney was like, no, I signed this, and they're like, no, you didn't. And it just went away. And this was years before the conservatorship even ended. And she was like trying to get out of this a long time ago. Like a long time ago. And what they put her through, some of her best friends had letters from her that they read in this documentary.
Yeah, I think she's been gone for a long time. I don't think that's her. I don't know. I don't.
After you watch, after you go to the rabbit hole like of TikTok, I would hate to believe it, but I do believe she's not here anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm on the other side of TikTok. Honestly, I don't know anything.
I watch dog videos.
I don't know anything about what's going on with like these like actresses and songwriters. Like I don't really know like their relationship, like, or their relationship drama, or just like their life drama that's going on. But like you guys bringing up, I'm like clueless. Like I've never heard this before, you know?
Not even about the Britney Spears stuff?
No, because I just never really like, I don't really care. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I get like it's in like the news and like whatever. I don't know. I don't
know a lot about it. I just I know like here and there, like over the years.
Britney Spears like for me was like of like, because she's my age. So when she was popular, she was the same age that I was. Yeah. So it was almost like she wasn't an idol because I really didn't like her music. But
I did. I loved her music as a kid.
I didn't, but it was seeing her as a person being my age. I think that's what made it a little bit me, you know, to get into what she went through, and then, you know, her kids and how they won't speak to her. Like
see, I don't know all of that.
I don't either.
Kevin Federline moved them to Hawaii. I think they have now. He asked for the court to allow him to take them to Hawaii.
The more and more, see, the only thing I know, like right now about Britney is that when I go on my Instagram, like her video pops up, and she's like
you
doing
can't
these
just not
crazy
stop
like
watching
dances.
either.
But it never has the comments on, so nobody can comment.
Yeah, she turns the comments off. But you have to watch how she dances, and then watch how she danced like back when
it's just
like
weird.
When she put concerts on, you're like, what happened?
It's very
like, were
weird.
you that drugged up that you've just lost all touch with reality? Like her dad used to drug her up and put her on all kinds of medicine.
Wait, I want to see these posts.
Go on Instagram and just go to her last post, like.
Okay.
And then she'll like barely have on any clothes, and it's just like very.
They did like a wellness check. Remember at Halloween they did like a wellness check on her.
I didn't know that.
So she was dancing with knives.
Yeah, she did.
And they like did like a wellness check on her, and she was like, "You guys, they're like a Halloween."
Yeah,
cop.
she said it was fake. Like it was fake knives and whatever.
I don't know about that. Like they looked pretty. I know Halloween stuff can look pretty real, but
like these videos.
Yes.
Oh, is that the knife one?
She does that like all the time. Like
does she have knives in her hand?
Oh, she does have knives in her hand.
Is that the knife one? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably like the most viral
and,
one.
And this is what she like dances with no clothes on.
And she's got like black mascara.
All over her eyes.
Weird. Very
but do you guys
weird.
okay? But also she could be like going crazy, or it also could really be a distraction. Like
she's been doing it for quite a while. So.
What do you mean a distraction?
I don't know.
For
like I just
us,
feel like
a distraction for her.
No, for just people. Just like publicity stuff. Do you know what I mean?
This has been going on for quite a while.
Yeah, it's been going on for a while.
I feel like publicity stunts are like
she
Will
don't even
Smith.
have to do
and Will
that.
Smith might not even be a publicity stunt. Like to me, that kind of stuff is like thrown out into the air to either distract us from what's really going on in like the government or whatever they're doing, and then it goes away. Britney Spears hasn't gone away.
And that's not a big enough thing that it's going to be like on the news, like Britney Spears posted a video. It's not like that. It's just like
it was when she shaved her head.
Well, that, but her videos are just, she's just getting on there like doing this weird
I think
stuff.
you should go live again because I'd be interested, like now that us talking, did anyone comment on your stuff?
They were tuned in for a minute.
For a minute.
Yeah, I just feel
You should be like, I'm back. Now I gotta watch the rest of the video.
Yeah.
So it's concerning because I even wonder, like, she's come out, and I did listen to some of her book. I did listen to it on Audible.
I didn't. How was the book? Because
I get in books and then the kids get in the car and I can't. Well, I like some stuff I can't listen to when the kids are in the car. It ends up being like Kids Bop, and that's what my life ends up being.
Do they still listen to Kids Bop? Oh, you have little.
Yeah, I have little. So Kids Bop is like what my car, and sometimes they get out and Kids Bop stays on.
She's jamming to Kids Bop.
I have posted videos like your mom when, because I'm actually singing the words on Kids Bop, and they're not the real words. They're like kid friendly words, and so then the real song comes on the radio, and I'm like, I don't even know the words because I only know Kids Bop.
I remember those days.
Where was I going with this?
I don't know how you got on Kids Bop.
Because I'm listening to Audible and not being able to listen with my kids in the car. But they even talk about that, like Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake were engaged, and she had an abortion, like when she was with him, and that they wanted to announce their engagement. And she talks about in the book they wanted to announce their engagement, and neither side would allow them to. And in the picture, she has a ring on, and she was supposedly pregnant. And then it was because of Justin's team that they ended up breaking up and forced her to have an abortion.
I always wondered, was that whole thing fake? But maybe it wasn't if she got pregnant. But
I mean, the way that she just talked about it, it seemed very real. But it seemed that they
control you. Like when you get into that industry and you sign that contract or whatever, signing that contract basically means they have control over everything that you do, over your name. So it's like, if they don't want it to come out that you're with someone or whatever, they control how you basically run your life.
Another reason I would not want to be famous.
Yeah, it would never work for me.
No.
Hold on,
grab that tequila so we can
refill.
Yeah, you guys need
a refill. Where is Will when we need him?
I know, William. Where are you?
All right, guys. Speaking of taking control,
okay.
I want to see if you guys actually watch this show. Because if you guys haven't, or not show, this movie. If you haven't watched this movie, then we can't talk about it because I'm the only one that watched it.
Probably haven't.
You don't have to get the camera.
But have you guys watched the new movie produced by Barack and Michelle Obama?
I heard about it. I'm scared to watch it. I won't.
It's called Leave the World Behind. I was talking to them about it.
It's supposed to happen for real, and I'm not watching it.
It is, honestly, it's very scary.
I'm not watching it.
Okay, can you just give me, because I probably, if you guys think it's scary and
I didn't watch
if Tyra's saying it's going to happen, I'm probably not going to watch it.
Well, you guys have to watch it, but
I'm not watching it.
Yeah, Tyra.
Okay.
What's it called again?
It's called When the World Ends. Or no, Leave the World Behind.
Is it supposed to be did you watch it?
I watched it.
A blackout or something, everything goes
we already had a blackout in 2000.
No, this
is more supposed than that, though.
Everything.
It's more than that, but yeah, it's scary because
judge me here.
It's produced by Barack and Michelle Obama.
And no, I'm not gonna say that. I was about to say something else.
I seen a TikTok this morning.
Are you not going to say something
about Michelle Obama? But
well, that's a whole other story.
This will be after hours.
That'll be after hours conversation.
No, you can talk about it.
It'll be after hours.
Well, how she's a man?
She's definitely
how she's a man.
A man?
She's definitely one.
You haven't heard that?
No.
And when
have you guys heard that?
No.
That's what I'm like,
oh my God.
They have said that Michelle's really Michael. And that
he called her Michael by mistake.
He called her Michael by mistake before on an interview.
Okay, but that's valid. You can accidentally call somebody
I'm sorry, my husband has never called me Nicholas. Ever.
Oh my God.
But if you had a friend named Nick and he accidentally was like, "Oh, hey Nick,"
he called I've been called Nick before.
I saw someone break it down.
Real from the
evidence.
Time that they were dating. And if you look, oh my gosh, you guys really have heard this? They talk about how she has an Adam's apple and
you guys
I totally believe it. I'm sorry, only because I saw someone that showed all this
from
evidence
the beginning of when she looked like a boy, when in college, right?
even the middle section where on some part,
on a dress or something. Wasn't it pants or something?
shown.
It was an outfit that she wore, and it looked like she
But what
had
if
the
it
male
was-
anatomy.
She got kids.
Yeah, she's got 2 daughters.
Y'all,
Yeah, they made those
they're
babies.
surrogates.
No,
They made those babies.
It is,
do all
number
kind
one,
of
I'm
things
sorry,
these
it is
days.
not hard to wear a belly and pretend like you're pregnant.
But
Number
on this
2,
last video that I saw, where
Huh?
they were talking about that movie,
well, like it would. I
She
mean, it would
did
still be
look-
him as the
she did
father.
But it wouldn't look like
She did
Michelle.
what?
They don't look
no,
like Michelle.
but they can do it to where they
You got
can.
enough power. You can
They have ways of doing it.
And when you got that much money, like they had,
They have ways of doing it.
I'm telling you, look it up. Like you're gonna be shocked. But
Wow,
I
and,
can't
then,
believe it.
and then you're
Yeah.
right. In an interview, he accidentally called her Michael.
And he
But
said,
aren't
"I
there
mean
like
Michelle."
photos of her when she was like a child? Like I'm pretty sure there have been photos of Michelle Obama when she was a child.
Just like when they went to the moon, there were no stars. Like where were the stars when the person landed on the moon?
It probably was too dark because the camera can't.
Oh, y'all, I can't.
I don't know.
Go to YouTube and type it in, and then
There's another.
We'll read this,
Brooke is
bring
going
this back
down
up
so
next
many
week.
rabbit holes when she is.
No, but she doesn't have me go down rabbit holes. Her
I definitely,
Yeah.
because I'm
She
a
does.
researcher. I'm a master researcher.
I've ate chicken.
So
I've ate chicken
listen.
over a month.
Girl, you guys remember the chicken thing, right? About like
she just said that
chicken with hormones and stuff like that, and how
the
like.
whole blood type thing. Or
Yeah,
blood
that
thing.
too.
Oh, I thought that was with alcohol.
No, that's with the blood type, but
Is with
no
chicken
one's
too?
blood type is made for chicken.
Oh, and then we were
That's
talking
about
about
the
like
blood
how the
type.
hormones in chickens can like affect
You
like
guys.
a woman's.
This is Michelle Obama as a child. That is a girl.
It's Photoshop. No, just
Right.
No, that might be like the real Michelle. Maybe that is Michelle. Maybe that's someone else,
It
but
looks
it's not
just
actually
like
Michelle.
her.
No,
I'm telling
I don't
you,
believe what they talk
I don't believe it either.
If you type
So
in
you guys are gonna
Michelle
make me pull out my
Obama is a
phone
man,
at this point.
and like, listen, I think whoever has turned her stylist like has done amazing work. Like, there's times she has looked. No, I'm just saying, like her stylist when she was first lady and like through the years, like they dressed her sharp. Like she looked amazing. But I'm not gonna lie, like if you go down that rabbit hole, it's
as soon
a
as
deep
I
one.
start typing it in, look what came up.
Michelle Obama man. That's the first thing that comes
Well,
up.
because it's listening to us talk.
Is that what it is? Like, your phone is listening to us.
Go back because they're looking for
Yeah,
Michelle.
it's-
Okay, that's a whole nother rabbit hole.
Yeah, but I have to really like go look because us just telling you, you're
It's
not
not.
believing.
Okay, but back to the movie.
Yeah, let's go back to this movie.
It's really
That's the one
The
when she had on
premise
those.
is
No,
like-
that's fake, right?
This is when
It's
she had
doctored.
on the famous.
on the
pants.
Ellen show.
Wait, I
It
think
was on the
on
Ellen
Yeah,
show.
I mean, they
Those
doctor
are
these
just the pants
videos
that she had
and
on
they
that
throw
show.
her dick on it.
see
I can
anything.
watch Michelle
you
Obama
can't
dick
from
bounce
here.
videos all day
When you
long.
watch the
If you
video.
watch the video.
Oh, okay. Well,
Anyways, well,
basically the premise is that like technology is like we are lost without technology,
Yeah.
and we are like basically we were lost without technology, and we're too involved in our phones that we don't really see the reality of what is going on in the world
I fully
Until-
believe that.
it happens.
Fully
And
believe that.
so you definitely should watch the movie.
I'm scared.
I know a lot of so there have been a lot of
It's
claims
gonna
that
be
the
too
world's
real.
gonna end, right? So like I don't
Yeah.
necessarily think the world's gonna
Yeah.
end, but like I do feel like they're like I mean
I
there's
think
gotta
the
be
blackout in 2003, I want to say it
Yeah.
was a wide, like, you guys you're young though. Like,
Yeah, I
you would have
remember.
been. Do you remember that? I
Yeah.
think that was probably like the first wake up call that I truly had that this could actually really happen.
well
It was for day, like literally the world was.
we were talking about it in our meeting earlier, and someone brought up that there's actually like a new virus going around from China.
Another
They're
one?
saying China's gonna do it.
There's a new virus that is going out.
This is not
It's like
good for
COVID.
Facebook.
Huh?
They're
What?
probably just gonna shadow ban this live, but that's okay.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
We're not supposed to talk about it.
No, go ahead. Let's talk.
Tyra's gonna get flagged on Facebook.
No,
That's
yeah,
fine.
it was just
they do that to
mentioned.
me all the time.
And a few people were saying that they
Like another COVID virus or like a different virus?
like another COVID virus.
So that's why I don't want to watch it, is because I feel like, and I know, sorry guys, but this stuff that I'm talking about is true. Like, I know it's true. But anyway.
Thank God
so-
William's not here. He would have he would have.
We need Will here.
We need Will here because he probably would have sat down.
Right?
I think he's coming.
Okay,
but he probably would have sat down next to you at this point.
He would have had a seat.
And he would have been like, "I'm talking on this," because he is. He has a T-shirt that says conspiracy theorist, and it's crossed out, and it says realist.
It's realist. Yeah. Well, what it is whenever something's going to happen, they have to let us know, and it's so that they don't get their karma or whatever. So that's the whole story. But anyway, anything that's ever happened, they've put it on a movie. Like if you guys don't believe this is facts.
That's true.
Any big major event that's happened, even COVID, has been put on a movie before.
I have heard that.
So that's why I don't want to watch it, because I don't feel like it's going to be the end of the world. But I do feel like the events that happen in the movie is some sort of way is really going to happen. So I was really like consider like I'm gonna have a talk with my kids and say like, okay, like we got to come up with a plan, like just in case, like everything goes out.
You guys
what
may
are we
think
gonna
we're
do?
crazy, but we have a spot. Like the kids know if anything happens where to go if we ever get separated to meet. Like Will has had that conversation with
I'm gonna have that with
our family,
my kids.
and I know it like sounds crazy and people think we're nuts for it, but when you don't have cell phones, like you have to be able to know where to go.
I wish you guys watched the movie because I don't want to give too much away, but
Don't do it.
You can, because I'm not watching.
You said don't do it because you're gonna watch it.
Oh, he's definitely gonna watch it. We were talking about it before the podcast.
I mean, can we do like Cliff? Well, I think the fact that you said Michelle and Barack, or Michael and Barack, or whoever they are. I'm just kidding, you guys. I'm joking. That's a joke. The fact that they produced it, that's like the first reason.
You know, he said something about COVID. Because when COVID was going on, they played an old clip of Barack saying that some major type of virus was going to happen or whatever. It described COVID perfectly. And this was like maybe about 2 or 3. This was when he was in office. He spoke about it.
We could really go down that rabbit hole about and being in office and the ponds.
So next podcast, when you guys watch it, we can talk about it.
I don't know if I can.
But we can talk about it.
We can talk. You guys can talk about it. Whoever watches it, you guys make sure you watch it because I don't know.
It would be more fun if you guys watch it because I
I'm
need guys'
definitely not
opinions.
watching
So
it.
I'm gonna wait.
Did you guys watch? They cloned Tyrone.
Will did.
No,
I didn't get through it.
They talked about the chicken on there, didn't they?
Did they?
Yeah.
Told you.
Oh yeah.
Told you they have to tell us in a movie.
And then, so we have like a group chat that we talk about, and then all of a sudden, Brooke, you were the one who put the picture of chicken, and she said. It was like really gross, but it was so true.
It was a cancerous chicken.
It was a cancerous chicken, and that the chicken, like you could see the cancer in the chicken, and they hide it with frying it and breading it. So you don't know that you're eating chicken that has cancer.
Oh, well, like a lot of the meats that we eat. I mean, I think any animal can get cancer. A cow, a pig.
But the fact that people are gonna.
I think I ate a bunch of sick chickens.
Well, we probably all have at this
I'm
point.
sure.
Yeah, we have.
I mean, back in the day, though, it's like, did we have these diseases that we have now?
Absolutely
No.
What's like?
You think so?
Everything that we have.
Not everything.
absolutely
I think it's gotten
I think
a lot
there's
worse.
so many, and again we could dive down really deep with the conspiracy thing. And I almost posted something on my Facebook the other day about how much they're spraying in the air right now.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so many people think I'm crazy.
It's true.
My mom says it's jet exhaust, and I'm like, okay, but basically they're spraying. When you see those chemtrails in the
it's chemtrails.
they're chemtrails, and they're spraying particles of aluminum and barium.
Yeah,
I think is what it is, and we're ingesting it, and it's making people sick. And they're trying to block the sun because we need the sun to make us healthy.
Yeah.
So if you notice, they're like in patterns that they crisscross because when they
always
spread,
have an
they always
X.
crisscross.
It always have an X.
And it's because they're trying to block the sun from healing us and getting us that vitamin D, and then they're releasing like particles. And if you notice, everybody's sick right now.
But what would be the point of killing us all off, though?
Well,
not
first
really
of all, money's
killing
in the
us.
medicine, so let's start there.
Yeah.
The more sick people are, the more money the government is making.
Yeah.
Because people are going to the doctor, they're giving you antibiotics, they're weakening your immune system, you're going to keep getting sick. Like our 6-year-old has weather-induced asthma. And never had it before, and they said it's because of our air quality in Michigan. And so whenever the weather changes, she gets incredibly sick. But it's not contagious sick.
It's so much money in us being sick.
There's so much money
sure.
in the medicine. Cancer.
Yeah.
If I even told you, like, just my double mastectomy was over $200,000 for my surgery.
Yeah.
Just the surgery. Like, we're not even talking the medical bills, the stuff. So you have to think, people who don't even have insurance, how do they pay for that? The shots that I got in my stomach after chemotherapy was $10,000 a shot, and I had to get it every week.
Yeah.
After chemo. So money's in. So that's why they want to make us sick.
But if everybody's dead, nobody's making money.
No,
They're
they
not
want to keep
killing
us sick.
They want to keep us sick.
Yeah.
So that's why all
like a
the stuff
prolonged
is
death.
going in the food. That's why, excuse me, like the food that. Why do you think organic and natural food is so expensive?
Yeah.
And then
people can't afford
especially,
it.
I hate to say this, but like especially black people, like they really want to keep us sick and then ultimately kill us because of our melanin that's in our skin. And so even when we die, like I feel like they go and they get us out of there because it's worth so much money. And I know you guys are going to not show this, but I don't care at this point because it's
we
true.
said we
And
were
then
going to
that's
get
why
controversial tonight.
every
We said we were
time-
going to do it.
every time something happens, what do they say? It's in the black community, or it happens mostly with black people.
Well, they try to keep the black community
Yeah.
down because, in 100% honesty, like the black community is a very strong community, and if there was power, I mean, I guess.
Well, that too, yeah.
I guess I'm again censoring what I'm saying, but gentrification is huge, and if the community would start to pull together and really see that people are trying to keep you down, the force would be be pretty strong.
Like that's a whole other topic.
That's a whole
but,
other topic. Yeah, it would be a strong force, and it's sad because I think like the stereotypes and the labels and everything that we see, mainstream media and society keeps the mindset where it's at instead of what it should be.
So, do you guys know? Like, did you guys know? I haven't said that in a while.
You haven't said that
Did
in
you
a while.
guys know that like melanin is worth more than gold? So why do you think that when we die, we're just gonna be there, and they're
Like,
not
I
gonna
need
come
you to
and
explain
like
that to me
take our
because
bodies?
I haven't heard that.
But
what do they do? But what do they do with? What do they do with it?
They make. They literally can make it. It's a list of things that can be made with it, like USB cords, like Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes. Look it up.
I'm gonna look it up.
Nothing I say
We
on
have
here is.
so many rabbit holes that we are going to be going
say
down.
anything that I haven't researched or that I don't know for sure. But it's so many things that can be made with it, and
How much
it's
is a USB cord though?
that's just an example.
But
But
there's something expensive that they like that's worth more than
That's
gold.
worth more than
Yeah.
gold. Yeah. What would
do
be?
you know how much they make off of USB cords? Just as an example of just one thing.
Probably a lot of
Like
money.
everybody
would
uses
say.
USB cords.
Now everybody uses them. I mean, like I'm looking around, like how many we have probably.
But it's a list. So
that would be something I will say. Like I've heard a
if it's
lot.
worth more than gold, then
But I've never
why do
heard
people
that
want
before.
gold? Why would people want gold? But it's worth
I mean,
more
I
than
understand that, but I've never like heard. Like I totally get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I would have to like.
You can
that's
Google
something
what
that
melanin is worth on your phones right now.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
Since we're
Since we're at it, I will because I honestly.
if I'm rich, I want to know right now.
Google it. Google how much melanin is worth.
But what she's saying though, you wouldn't be alive rich.
Wow.
Right? Is that
But you would
basically what
I'm
you're
just
saying?
saying
It's
that.
like the perfect irony.
So we
Don't
were
get a
talking
big-
about how.
I get a big loan, no, but I'm worth gold.
But I'm
Or more than gold.
More than gold.
right,
talking
but then
about
you would
how-
think that they're trying to produce more melanated babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, why do you think all these rich people want to get black babies?
Yeah, but they're adopting them. I feel like.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah. The way you said that, you're like, you just said exactly what
But if they
I.
do want to keep us sick, like the
I'm hot.
company,
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
So yeah, so they want. I
Oh
was,
my gosh!
probably good, right?
Literally, I don't know if you can.
What's it say? Read it. I can't read it.
the same thing I just
Melanin is worth more than gold. This is the era of the blessed generation, and this looks like it's a book.
So how do you like extract melanin from a human body?
Just go. They say
Oh my
that
gosh!
our
I'm
arm
sorry,
alone.
melanin child. I'm so sorry. 1 gram of melanin makes. Wait, hold on. Hold on.
Our arm
I have to read this.
alone.
She says USB, I'll be like, what?
That was just an example.
Your arm alone, what?
1 gram of melanin is worth about $450, which makes it more valuable than gold. Today, the 14 karat gold rate in the U.S. is $35.50 per gram.
Just a gram. Imagine how much.
I
Just
really have never, like, I'm going to have to, because I
Imagine
really
how-
have never heard this before.
imagine how much like an arm would be.
But how do you get?
You're right. Like, how do you
They
extract
go
it?
and dig our bodies up.
The melanin is like the cell, right? It's like
Yeah.
the cell.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it
It would be
literally,
very hard
everything
to
I'm
get.
scrolling down, melanin, apple.com, books. Melanin is worth more than gold, not just a pigment or a color. Melanin is an aromatic biopolymer. And
Look up what
oh
they
my
made-
gosh, an
what's
organic
made with
semiconductor presently worth over $480 a gram.
Tyra,
And then
we
the
need-
next research is
I am blown
the
away
things
by
that
this.
can be made with melanin.
I'm gonna go. Oh wait, is it expensive because it's hard to extract?
Do you know who we are? You don't even know who you
I
are.
know. I need to go to the gallery and be like,
I mean, we need it. Like, we even need to.
Do you know what we possess?
we
With
get
what
put
I was
on
about to say, I would
to so
really,
many
really.
things from Tyra. I feel like she's got so much more that she's just holding
We do
back.
because in all honesty, like the history of. Oh, where can I go with this? People need to dive into history more, and I'm just gonna say that, and because this could be an after hours conversation, but the history that we are being taught in the schools and our children are being taught is not history.
Do you guys even
Well,
know
good, 'cause
who's
I was-
behind the school system?
Is not.
I was never good at history anyways.
It's not. If you look up ancestors, and really like even Will diving back into his family, and he has. We found what do they used to say? Census of like his uncles, or was it grandfather? I don't remember. I wish he was here to talk about it. But we found his grandfather. I want to say his grandfather, like I mean generations ago. Signature in the land that they owned, and he found like the actual census.
Oh, wow.
That has all of that information. So basically, like what the history is really not at all.
Yeah, well,
And it's really a conversation that we could get into, and I'm not here to offend anybody or
it's facts. Like if it's
discredit
facts, it's facts.
people's history, but it's straight facts.
Yeah, it's
Straight
like
facts. That's easy to find if you really were to look at like the history of. They're not like Indians and stuff like that, but the skin color and the tone and everything like that is not what. It's just gotten lighter through the years. So
Well,
it's a lot.
it's a lot. We could that's another rabbit hole.
I was gonna say we got into like a ton of rabbit
We
holes,
did.
but
Yeah,
our
we
homework is to watch that movie so we can talk about it, and then we'll see what goes on with the Diddy situation
Yeah.
by
Nothing's
next
gonna
podcast.
come out. Like really, nothing.
Do you want to bet on it?
Not with you. I would
He's
probably bet
just-
anybody else.
Okay, what
but
about-
I'm not
okay.
betting with you.
So, did
I
R.
just-
Kelly go to jail?
Yeah, but even R. Kelly,
Did
like,
people
he's
watch
still,
the video? Like when
And
I
guess
was in
what?
junior high,
They're
people were
still
watching
playing
video.
his music. They're still
But
he's
he
still
went
making
down.
money. He did, but no. But did he really though? Okay, so he went to jail. He's making music in jail. He still has all the rights to his music that's still being played on the radio. So
Okay,
whenever
but
he
listen.
does get out of jail, which he eventually will get out of jail, he's still gonna be rich.
Okay, so listen. Back when I was in junior high, I never watched it, but people were watching a video of R. Kelly. And everybody just watched it and laughed about it and said, yeah, he likes little girls, but
Oh, it's in the
it
song.
just went over people's head.
What song?
It's in all his.
It's in all his songs. What song was it about? God, William, where are you? Like he would tell me right now.
Yeah,
about,
you may be young. Is it
about being young and being backstage?
Oh no, Aaliyah, age ain't nothing but a number. Like he literally wrote the song.
Wrote the song for her. But there's another one of his songs that
he married Aaliyah when she was 14.
Be his song. But about being young girls.
You may be young and you're
ready.
ready.
Sang that song? Him? Nothing but or Asian, nothing but a number.
He wrote the song that Aaliyah sang.
But he wrote that song.
But somebody else sang that song. Who was that?
Aaliyah.
That was Aaliyah.
No, there was another song I'm thinking of.
Is there another one?
You know what I'm talking about.
It's an old school song.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a girl group.
No, it's a guy. Age ain't nothing but a number. Hold on, let me look it up.
But there is a song that we used to all like love. And I really wish Will was here to talk about it. But it talks about little girls backstage waiting for them to come off stage to take them home. And it says that. How's that?
But what I'm saying is we all listen to this. Everybody listened to this.
We listened to it tons when we were young.
And was just okay with it. So it goes to who's, you said people still listen to his music. I don't listen to R. Kelly's music.
No, but I'm saying it's still, I don't listen to it.
I couldn't anymore.
It's still played on Sirius Satellite. It's still played on the radio stations. And I will say,
because
I don't
turn
listen
a blind eye. People turn a blind eye to it and just say, oh, well.
And really, nobody said shit when he was with Aaliyah. It wasn't until he was charged with rape. Wasn't it rape?
It wasn't until the surviving R. Kelly came out. And all these victims came forward. But when he was with Aaliyah, nobody said a word. That's why I go back to Beyonce and Jay-Z. Like, they all do the same. I get it. She was legal. Like, I totally get that. And she was. Foxy Brown wasn't. She was. I know. But I'm saying she was 18. But this man was old enough to technically, like. Look at Russell Simmons. They said he did the same thing. Same thing. He would have been a young father. But they all did the same thing. They all
think about this. I feel like through this whole conversation, you guys are like so educated on these topics, right? And I'm like, I don't really care. And I feel like going back to the R. Kelly situation, like you guys won't listen to his music, but my generation that's young, we don't give a fuck. Like, we don't research this stuff,
but
so
you have
we don't
to
know what's going on.
Something or fall for anything.
You want to know why?
But that's what I'm saying. I
so
feel
much
like
now that I have daughters, and in the way, and not so much R. Kelly, and the way that little girls, especially little girls, are sexualized now. Yeah, it really irks me. Yeah, because you go to Target and you go to these stores, and there's like, so my daughter is 11. She's 5'7". She's built just like her mom. So granted, but she's 11, so, but she is going to be built just like me. She can't shop in the junior section because it's nothing but crop tops and all kinds of stuff. She's too big for the little girl section because she's 5'7" and she wears an adult small/medium. But then I go to the adult section and she's 11. Yeah, you see the stuff that they're putting, and that's what bothers me.
Yeah, no, I 100%. It's not right. I'm just saying we are informed. Like, we don't inform ourselves because we're looking at other stuff on technology. Yeah. So like 100%.
But you just proved the point that you just totally. And I'm sorry to cut you. Just proved exactly what you were saying is that you're so into technology, you're so into phones that there's so much going on.
Yeah, we're distracted.
You're distracted.
We're distracted.
Where we're like invested because these are people that we've seen. This is real shit that's happening. Like, and I hate to say this again. I don't think you understand. I go to the grocery store with my daughter and I'm scared to death when she's not in my sight because I'm afraid she's going to get kidnapped. Because I have I have two very unique looking daughters. We lived in Canton. There was an attempted kidnapping at the Target on Michigan Avenue when we lived in Canton. So for me, I'm so much more like into this deeper, stuff because it's so much deeper than. But you've made the point, like, our kids are so, and I'm not saying you, I'm saying, like, my children are into the technology, into the stuff that Avery's walking, you know, and looking around and not even paying attention, and it could be something that she's just one step behind me and she's gone.
Yeah, well, I just feel like there's so much of it that we kind of become a little, like, immune to it almost. Yeah, because who would have ever thought that there was going to be like a pandemic that would shut the world down, you know what I mean? True. But we've gone through so much that nothing really surprises us anymore. And like my generation, like I'm not even the youngest generation. Imagine the generations underneath me, you know what I mean? So
Oh
I
yeah,
feel
I
like
mean, I have an 18-year-old who literally, I don't know what the kid would do without his phone.
yeah.
I don't know what he would do without a cell phone.
I don't know what this world would do without electronics, period.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
just
yeah.
imagine if it was one day without electronics. Like, the
Yeah.
whole banking system, like, all the stores, like, all your phones wouldn't work. Like, we would lose all communication
Yeah.
from everything.
That,
So,
I mean,
it's huge.
that would, is that kind of just, because, is that kind of what the
Yeah.
movie talks about?
Mm-hmm, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I could be that's what it happens.
I just don't want to watch
You
it
think so?
because I feel
You're
like
gonna
it's-
watch it.
I'm not watching it. I've already said it because I feel
Or
like
even a couple of hours.
it's truth to it. Like, I don't know
Well,
when
look
it's
who
going
the
to happen.
producers
but
are.
it's
That
true.
alone
Yeah.
scares me. Like,
Yeah.
if it was just, although, like, I think some of the producers in Hollywood know just as much as
I told you they have to tell us. They have to tell us. It prevents
But do
them from getting
okay, wait a minute.
their karma. I don't know
Do
if you
you
guys
think,
believe
though-
in karma, but
Absolutely, like I totally do. Like, look at, like I said, look at Britney Spears' dad, and his leg is now amputated. I fully believe that is his karma
Yeah.
for what he did to his child. But do you
ahead.
think? Okay, so we have all these documentaries, and I know like we're at our time, and we have all these documentaries come out. Do you really think though, like the movies that I feel like you're talking about are the ones that are like the subliminal that we don't? It's out there and we're watching it, but we're so engaged
Yeah.
in like the entertainment of the movie. We're not really.
they was
Do you
telling us
really
stuff
think
in
it's
the
gonna-
80s.
Do you really think it's going to be a documentary that's this cut and dry to tell us what's going to
They
happen?
did that with COVID.
A documentary?
They told they did a movie. Well, not
Yeah, I remember
that. They
the
did a movie that was COVID.
But again, but that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying though. You were engrossed in the movie, so we weren't looking.
we didn't
at-
even know about the
But
movie.
and that's
Like,
what
I
I'm
didn't
saying.
know.
So we didn't know about the movie. We didn't know that's what it was about. But we were so engrossed in the entertainment of the movie that, I mean, we could probably go through a lot of movies. Like, what is the movie with Will Smith and the dog? Like that. Do you guys remember that one? Like Legend.
Oh, I am
Like
Legend.
I Am
yeah.
Legend. Like they've even talked about parts of that
Yeah.
movie that have happened or come into, but I don't know if they would make a documentary and literally just put it in front of our faces like
Well,
that.
it's
Did it
scaring
with
us.
COVID.
But we didn't know. We didn't know. There's
Is it a
like
documentary or a movie? It's
so
a
if
movie,
you're thinking
right?
about the same thing I'm thinking of, it's a movie, and it's,
a
like
movie.
it's in a
I'm
different
I'm
language.
talking about the
right?
movie that I'm talking about the Michelle and
I'm
Barack
talking about
Obama
the
one.
movie that you're talking about.
Is it a movie or like a documentary?
It's a movie, right?
Yeah, it's a movie.
Oh, well, that just threw my
a
whole
movie.
statement out the window. Then
Yeah, it's a movie.
we're gonna have to edit that part out. I'm just
Why?
kidding. I'm
No,
kidding.
no.
I'm totally kidding.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying like it was like a documentary about.
No, it's a movie.
It's a movie. 2-hour movie.
They had a documentary of Bill Gates, and he explained like how like we're not.
Bill Gates.
Speaking
really.
of Bill Gates,
That's-
I know. God, we could like another rabbit hole.
Probably was a
Did you
whole
see what he
agenda.
just bought?
No.
What?
He bought Bragg's. Do you guys know what Bragg's is?
No.
Bragg's makes apple cider vinegar.
Huh.
Did you hear about
That's
this?
on the list of them not to. They make it seem like apple cider vinegar is good for us, and it's,
It's not good for you.
It's not
It's
good
not.
for you.
I
No,
did hear that.
it's not.
Oh, see, I like,
Everything that they told us
William
was
takes
good
a shot
for
of
us is
apple cider
not.
vinegar every morning.
Oh, don't tell Will.
It's not. They
No,
made
he-
it seem
now
like
that
it.
Bill Gates bought it. So basically, what happened was he bought Bragg's, which produces apple cider vinegar, and he's put out there that he's changing all the ingredients. That he's not. He's apple cider vinegar like is not going to be.
It's not good.
I did
for
hear-
you.
It's not good for you. I'm gonna look. See, I'm gonna have to talk to Will about that.
I did hear
too.
about that.
I didn't hear that.
Taking the shots every day, right?
Like, Will, I mean, it's actually really bad for your teeth because the acid.
Yeah.
So he like takes a shot of it and then he puts water like directly in his mouth.
Oh yeah.
He does
They
that.
made it seem like it was good for us, and it's not.
Yeah.
What is not like? What just the?
It's not. I just learned it from the blood type thing. So
Oh, the blood
apple
type
cider
thing?
vinegar
Okay.
is not good for anyone's blood type.
But the fact that
Just
Bill
like
Gates
chicken.
just bought Bragg's is a whole nother topic because so many people. I mean, it's actually a good thing because now that he bought it, he's like tying his name to it. So hopefully people will stop using it,
Yeah.
especially if it's not good for you. But they said he was
Or
going to
corn.
change. Corn's not good for you either.
Oh yeah,
No.
corn don't even digest.
I do know corn doesn't
It just
digest.
goes right
I
out
don't-
of you, but I love corn.
I don't eat corn much.
Corn's not good for anyone's blood type. And I hate. It's another one that's in everything, so it's really bad. Wheat.
I did hear that before.
Oh, that's. I mean, like people have that.
It's kind of hard to get around it though.
Yeah.
Well, same thing with gluten, no? Like,
well, isn't that the same thing? Like wheat and like the gluten intolerance.
Do you remember like how many people like had
wheat
gluten?
is really bad, cause depression and everything. Like,
do you know that there have been studies that have shown that gluten actually is almost like heroin to autistic children?
What are we supposed to eat then?
it's some stuff that you gotta eat according to what's good for your blood type.
Yeah, but like there's actually like a ton of studies, and in fact, my cousin whose son is autistic dove into the study, and I started to like when I was in college, you know, follow what she was doing, and there are studies that have shown that when a child who has autism, because that's a neurological, eats gluten, it's almost like heroin to them. Like
they get addicted.
They like it's almost like it messes
the
like
effects
of it.
Heroin has?
Like the heroin has is almost like
wow.
So there's a lot of kids who do have autism that shouldn't be eating some of the stuff that they're eating because it's actually making their autism worse. And there's a ton of studies on them that are actually in like PubMed. So like I'm not talking out my ass on this one. There's like a lot of like published studies, but that's what she came to figure out. And do you want to know what her child ate on a daily basis?
What?
French fries. That's what he asked for.
And what do kids eat? What are these kids eating?
French fries.
Yeah.
And so she had to cut that out. And now he's like, and like he was on the like like he was like, I want to say he was a 4, like I think it's a 5 is the highest. I think you want to say he was like a 4 or 5. Yeah. He's actually now been, once she changed his diet, did all of that, like went through everything that she detoxed him from. He's now a functioning member of society, has moved to a different state by himself.
My mom's friend had an autistic child. She did the same thing. She put him on like a strict diet.
Yeah.
And it changed everything. So imagine like how many people have like gluten allergies that don't even know it. And there's so much stuff, the red dye. There's how much of our kids' food has red dye in it.
Oh, yeah, like Cheetos.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I think we need to wrap this one up.
I know.
This was fun.
This was
we'll have to do this again. Part 2.
Yeah, we're gonna take a break. We've got like are we recording next week?
We are recording next week. Tony from Mr. and Mrs. Real Estate.
Okay, Tony's gonna be cool.
Who is a part of our Iconic Circle. She will be here with us next week for our nice little roundtable podcast.
And then we're taking
a break for the holidays. Some of us are going on vacation.
Lucky.
Right.
Think of us in the cold.
Listen, I looked at the weather and I think it's like in the 50s there right now.
That's the end of this week.
Probably better than.
I'm hoping we have another week. And then we're going to come back in full force in January.
Yeah, and we got 2024 this year.
We have a lot happening next year. We're going to wrap up next
more live podcasts coming.
We're going to do some more pop-up podcasts, which is so much fun.
Yeah.
This was fun, guys.
So.
God, we could have talked about so much more.
We could have. After hours.
After hours.
Thank you guys for tuning back into the RPR podcast. We'll see you next week with Tony Weaver. I think it's her last name.
Yes.
Tony Weaver. Thanks for watching.
Right.
Peace.
Bye, guys.
All right.
It's a wrap.